Hello, everyone, and welcome to Grace Game Day. We are here on the upper campus, and as you can see today, we got a room full of people. Normally, we're just sitting down, just me, Josh, and Coach Russell, but today we've got a room full of people. We've got the 6 football seniors in here with us today, and so today's interview is going to be a little bit longer, but it's going to be special. It's going to be worth it, and we're going to dive in. The football team was eliminated in the playoffs in the first round at Woodlands Christian Academy. And so it capped off a really great season with a lot of adversity, season that saw more than their fair share of injuries, a couple of big waves of sickness, and just a lot of stuff that they had to battle against, a lot of obstacles to overcome. But they did it. They fought all the way through it. And probably about halfway through the season, there was nobody outside of this campus that thought that Grace was going to make the playoffs, but they did. And so they just battled all the way through, and we couldn't be prouder of this team. So we're going to start with Coach Russell. Coach, the season came to an end Friday night, but when you step back at this point, you've had a couple of days to get past that. When you step back at this point and you look at the year as a whole, what's the thing that you're most proud about with this team?
Well, it starts with the Super Six seniors. I mean, they are very, very special, and I try to formulate the team based on what we do. I mean, I get their input on things, and they're very, very mature in the way that they handled everything. They had to play multiple positions and overcome their own personal injuries and do everything that it took, to be for us, our team, to be able to come together and have success. And I'm just so very proud of those guys. And there's close coaching cliches where you say, those guys are going to be great leaders, and we're trying to mold great leaders and all that. But I'd say, as much as the coaches and the community helped to mold these guys helped to mold other people because of the character that they showed each and every day, coming to work and battling and not questioning things, just really going about doing the best they could to help the team be the best version of itself. And that far and away, as you can always look at things in the rearview mirror and say, well, wish we could have done this and wish you'd done that. I don't have a lot of regrets in the way that we handled things going through the season. That was in our control. But it was so much of a joy watching the maturity and being able to talk to the seniors in such a way as you would talk to a man. And they were able to handle that sort of stuff. And that just bodes well for them and everything that they do. Just super proud of those guys.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and just kind of the segue off of that, we've talked all year just about how important this group was to the program. With so many young players stepping up into roles, the leadership role they had both on the field, off the field. Could you describe just the impact these guys have had in that regard? Not only just the leadership they've shown through practices and in games, but off the field as well.
Well, we're very fortunate to have really a mature team. We have a mature group of kids that came in as freshmen, and all the way in the middle, we had a mature team. And sometimes when you have, whether freshmen have an impact role in the varsity or seniors, that have had 4 years of varsity, you can have some internal problems, because of having such young guys play a role. But, like going back to the seniors, they embraced the young guys and led the young guys off the field and on the field, because it's tough when you go from the 8th grade field to the high school field regardless, and you go to longer practices and tougher competition and everything about it comes from, it's always fun to, hey, we got to grind to get the fun out of this. And I would say that the way that the seniors and the way the younger classmen, they kind of embraced each other because they realized that we're all pulling for a common goal and to be in the best version of ourselves. And it's a slogan, playing for the audience of one, but our guys really, bought in and buy into those things. And for the younger guys, that they only have as mature as they are for younger guys, they're still younger guys, and they really looked up to the seniors, and the seniors were able to do things like you say. It's not a just during practice. It's not just a during game. It's not just a during meetings, but it's how you handle yourself in the classroom, how you handle yourself, away from school, how you handle yourself on the trips, and for the younger guys to be able to watch these guys, they learn what true leadership is and what it takes to be successful in whatever you do. And so that was really a huge bonus that you would like to have that. You like to know going into a season, but you try to create that. But these seniors did a great job of establishing that base and really making that a multiplier and making us be, at times playing some of our best football. And so, again, so proud of those guys for that, not just on the field, but off the field and all the time, because I talk to them on the weekends, at nights, and I know they get tired of listening to me, but I never get tired of listening to them because they're really smart, and I value their opinions on a lot of different things about football and life.
Awesome. That's fantastic. So, Coach, and you kind of touched on this with that answer to the question, but if you want to take a moment and just dive in a little bit deeper as you look ahead now, what does the leadership and the foundation that these seniors placed? Because if I'm correct, I think you mentioned that this is your first senior class here at Grace. Is that correct?
Well, the first one that I came when they were freshmen,
right
for their freshman year. But
so
I got
first class you've been all the way through with here. So with that, the foundation that they've laid with you, not just in this senior season, but since they were freshmen when you were in your first year coaching here at Grace, what's that foundation like as it helps build and shape the future of this program as you look now down the road?
Well, that they and the groups that have graduated before them, because I've built good relationships with the other seniors too. But, it's been a longer relationship with these guys. And I think that they understand that the word relationship is not a coach-player. It is a person-person thing because, now moving forward, we'll still have relationships. And when you play football, your goal is to create a family. And I think that's what we have. Like, now basically I have no, jurisdiction over them. They're on their own as far as football goes. But they'll never be on their own. I'll always feel like, and I want them to always feel like that they can reach out and I can reach out, and we'll just always have that relationship for whatever it is. And the guys moving forward, they've been able to see this senior group, so they know that when like next year's seniors, when I talk to them, I'll be talking to them the way I talk to these seniors, and treat them that way. And when you consistently are honest and just really care about the kids, because I try to tell all the coaches, and I truly feel this way, I try to treat them like they're my own kids. And, you make mistakes with your own kids, but it's not because you don't love them. And so I've made mistakes with these guys, but it's not out of, that I didn't love them. And I think they know that, and I know that about them. And that's just something special that you can't just talk about it, because people say things, but you can hear what they say, but you watch what they do. And these guys say the right things, but they do the right things. A lot of people say the right things, but watch what they do. And these guys do the right things. I'm just so proud to be associated with them.
Yes, sir.
So we're here now with the seniors. I've got Braden Wells, one of our senior leaders. I've heard from your dad, you didn't want to play football. You didn't get much of a choice. Then you grew to love football. When you look back over your career, especially here in high school, what's your favorite memory about being a part of this program, whether it's something that happened in game or just one of the experiences being around football?
I think I got two, honestly. My first one was beating Midland Christian in playoffs my sophomore year. With having two older siblings that have graduated through here, I've seen many Grace teams lose to Midland Christian, and I've heard all the stories of driving 8 hours west just to get possibly blown out by 20, 30, and I was even on one of those trips my freshman year. So being able to beat Midland at home was a big deal, especially being the first and only Grace team to do that. And my other one this year was getting to run the ball into the end zone on senior night. That was pretty cool. I mean, no offense to the other five guys here. I mean, they get to do that. They get to cross that line all the time. All I've gotten to do is watch them actually do it. But getting the opportunity to actually run into the end zone was pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that was a really cool experience, even in the broadcast booth, to see that. And selflessness, where's justice? Great job falling down at the 1 yard line, by the way.
Thank you, Justice.
So as you wrap up your journey here, what message would you like to share with your teammates, your coaches, the community at large about how your high school career went? What message of gratitude might you have now that your playing career here at Grace is over?
I first want to say thank you to all the coaches for all the countless hours they took just to pour into us and game plan for the week. And I know that a lot of them may not be running on a whole lot of sleep i.e. Coach Jones and Coach Russell. I know they didn't work on a whole lot of sleep during the season, but also to the community, just thank you for all the just showing out to every game and being loud and cheering and all your support. You don't understand how much that really means to us, especially me. And just to all the underclassmen, just don't take any of these last few years for granted, because it's going to go by quick. I mean, I honestly can't believe that it's already over. It's kind of seemed like yesterday I was first walking onto the field my freshman year and starting out high school football, and now I just walked off for the last time. So I just want to say thank you to the community and the coaches and to the players. Just don't take it for granted.
Absolutely. It does go by fast. One day you're going to be sitting over here and you're going to be like, that was 20 years ago. But we won't get into how old we are. When you look back at just what you've learned from football, what kind of lessons are you going to be able to take away from your experiences that's going to help carry you through life? Football is more than just a sport. There's a whole lot of life lessons that you learn in that grind with your brothers, with the coaches. Is there anything in particular that stands out to you that is something that you're going to carry with you the rest of your life?
Honestly, it's a big thing that Coach Russell kind of talks about, is dealing with adversity. I think this season was honestly bizarre. I think is one word to really even describe it. So I think that's a big deal. Is I'm just going to be able to. I think football taught me how to handle adversity and be able to go through tough times with my brothers, and just being able to even just like handle like other people's situations and just dealing with adversity in general. I think that's the biggest lesson I've learned from football in the last few years.
Awesome. Well, congratulations on a great career here, and congratulations on that touchdown and that really smooth Heisman pose that we were able to get a picture of.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, so we're going to continue on with our seniors, and next up we've got Justice McQuay, and what a season he had, and a lot of fun to watch, a lot of highlights that we were able to put together there. And so, Justice, we're just going to start off with the first question for you. What's your favorite memory from your time here playing football at Grace, whether it's from this season or really any moment you've had during your high school career?
There's definitely a lot of memories from bus rides, from away games, just being able to have the weight of the game lifted off you after it's over. And then after a certain point and everybody's done talking on the bus, you get a chance to reflect on yourself. So, yeah.
That's awesome. And then as you wrap up your football journey here at Grace, what message would you like to share with your teammates, with the coaches, and with the Grace community that's supported you?
I'm very grateful for everything everybody's done for me, from my coaches to my teammates, my brothers, and just everybody that's come out to support me in my journey. It means a lot to me.
Yeah, and I know for one, your mom is one of your biggest supporters.
She is.
Every single week after the first time, I can't remember what it was, early in the season, and I think you had returned a kick for a touchdown in that game or something, and I saw your mom post on Facebook, did anybody get a video of it? And I had clipped it as a highlight from the broadcast. So I went and grabbed that clip and I sent it to her. After that, just about every week she would send me a message. Hey, did you get this? Did you happen to get this? Your mom was a big supporter. Justice, we'll wrap it up with you with the final question here. What's the biggest lesson that football has taught you that you're going to carry with you beyond high school?
I think Braden kind of already said it, but just going through adversity and just coach says all the time, just like you either trust God or you don't. So just being patient and praying and being faithful and just not rushing. That's another thing too. I learned that it's not always good to rush things. Just take it slow. You can go by fast like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Justice, congratulations on a great career, on an exciting senior season. We're proud of you.
We got Cole Stanley here. Man, it's been fun. I just want to say, watching your growth this year, stepping in after Slade gets hurt, and just seeing you. I've told Coach Russell this. I told him that you did not play like a backup quarterback at all this year, and it was really cool to watch not only the growth as a team, but your growth as a leader as a quarterback.
Yes, sir.
When you look back at your career here, what's your favorite memory from your time with this program? Anything specific that just pops out? You can have more than one like Braden.
I think one that definitely comes to mind was last year's Midland trip, because that was the first going from public school to private school, the distance of away games, like basically triples. And so just that long trip with my friends and kind of just goofing off on the bus. And then whenever we did get to the hotel, we even started playing some Texas Hold'em in the lobby and, before we went to bed that night. And it was just, just something to kind of pass the time. And then I think from this year, probably the Hyde Park game, because we weren't favored that much and we came out ready to attack and we kind of punched them in the mouth and we're kind of clicking as an offense. And so that was really a highlight of my season this year.
Absolutely. As you wrap up your journey here, what message would you like to share with your teammates, your coaches, the community at large that has supported you guys all these years through this program?
I think for my teammates, it would just be kind of trusting in me to kind of get the job done whenever I was having to step into a role that I wasn't expected to. Because, I was expected to be a defensive player and a receiver, but just kind of them not really blinking and just that kind of support really helped me to step into that role better. And then for the coaches, like Braden said, just the hours and hours of game planning and never even doubting the team and pushing us to be better and better every single day was just really admirable and just kind of helped me to see what, being a determined man looks like and not giving in. And then into the community, almost every home game, if not every home game, was packed and we felt the support and the screams and the love, which personally helped me just play harder and just have more fun and all.
Yeah, absolutely. And now that that chapter of life is over, what's the biggest lesson that football's taught you that you're going to carry with you after high school through the rest of your life?
I think that it's just taught me that everyone kind of has more in the tank than they think they have. Whenever it's a game and you're really tired, or if it's a practice and you feel like you're just in pain and you don't think you can continue to give 100% effort, but the whistle, and it's going to keep blowing and the ball's going to keep getting snapped. And so you just kind of have to find it in yourself to keep going and kind of just say no to the doubts in your brain. And so that kind of teaches you to kind of find that extra juice whenever you don't think you have it, which is, I think, is really important for especially men to have that attribute so they can go through life ready to have pressure on their shoulders and to take that without being, affected.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, congratulations on a great year, a great career here.
So we got Elijah Hicks here, and man, what an exciting season it was to watch him. We called your name a lot on both sides of the ball, and just really a lot of fun to see. Elijah, what's your favorite memory from your time playing for the Cougars, whether it was this season or just any moment you can remember through your high school career? What's your favorite memory as a Grace Cougar?
I think I have a couple, but definitely number one is the Midland trip last year. Just like Cole said, going from public school to private school, the trips get a lot longer. And just being on the bus for 8 hours and stopping at Buc-ee's and then finally getting to the hotel and just having some fun games and goofing around in the hotel sometimes. It's a lot of fun. And definitely the bus rides home from all those games, all those far Austin games or Dallas games. It's a lot of fun just to be with them after the game or before the game.
You guys have all mentioned the distance. We're coming from doing a broadcast for a public school, and we recognize the difference as well. And Elijah, as you wrap up your football journey here at Grace, what message would you like to share with your teammates, with your coaches, and with the Grace community that's supported you?
Even though I've only been here for 2 years and I've really got to grow to love the guys around me and love the coaches and how much the coaches love on us and the other guys love on you. It's really amazing here. And just to the coaches, like everyone else has said, they've put in countless hours and they just stay up late at night and they're back at the field at 6 a.m. or even before that, the coaches get here and they're in the coach's office just working and planning out the practices and planning out games and what we need to do and how we need to do it. And to the players, just those 6 a.m. practices seem terrible in the moment and they seem terrible week to week, but you don't have a lot of them left. And it feels like I should have another one in yesterday on Monday practice didn't seem so bad. Now that I'm looking back on it, it's like I wish I could be out there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Me too.
Tressa said, me too. Hey, me three. I feel all of that. So, Elijah, what's the biggest lesson that football has taught you that you're going to carry with you beyond high school?
I think the biggest lesson is you don't dwell on the things that you can't control and only worry about the things that are in your control. The injuries, they're not in our control. The tiredness, but the tiredness is in our control, and you can control what you can control. I mean, yeah, it's like the things you can't control, you can't do anything about, so there's no reason to worry about it. You just got to keep moving, keep going, keep working, keep grinding, and do everything you can.
Yeah, because there's no amount of worry that's ever changed any of it, is there?
No, sir.
That's awesome. So, Elijah, thank you so much, man. Congratulations on a great career and a fantastic senior season. It was a lot of fun watching you play, man. Congratulations.
All right, so we're here with Al Hecht. Now, my job on the broadcast was to try to bring the puns. I just thought of one a while ago that I wish I would have used. Why did I never call you Justice McQuick on one of those kickoff returns? I should have done that. I did say once.
We can schedule another game.
Let's do that. I did say once, you hit somebody, and I did say justice was served, so I was pretty proud of that one. With Al, how many times this year did I say that was a heck of a play?
A lot.
Big impact on the game. It was fun watching you play. When you look back at your football career here at Grace, what's your biggest memory from your time playing here, whether from the season or any moment over your high school career?
I think my favorite memory from this season was the senior night at Bishop Dunn, just to see how well we played as a team after all the injuries and adversity that we faced. And it was just gave us some hope for playoffs. So.
Yeah, absolutely. In that game, you guys, I don't think there was a chance y'all could lose. The way y'all came out fired up for that game, that was a fun one to watch. When you wrap up your journey here, what message would you like to share with your teammates, your coaches, the community that has supported you all these years?
I would just like to say thank you to everybody for supporting us, even when we were down, and just cheering loud. And everybody has already said that the coaches put in so much time and work to help us out. They never gave up on us, and our teammates always stood together and pushed through hard times.
Yeah, absolutely. And now that it's over, what's the biggest lesson that football has taught you that you're going to be able to carry with you beyond high school for the rest of your life?
I think the importance of hard work to achieve something that you really want. And I've been doing football or playing football since freshman year, and just had to work really hard to make a varsity spot. So.
And we'll wrap it up with this one. We've got Doak Porter here, and what a fun season it was watching him and getting to be around your dad some. I see where you get your competitive nature from. That's for sure. What's your favorite memory, Doak, from your time here playing Grace football, whether it's from this season or any other year?
I would say one of the most memorable things was the playoff win against Midland, just because we're one of the first team to ever beat Midland, and it was just awesome to have that experience at home, especially. And I would say my favorite memory from this year was the First Baptist game. Just personally, it was a good experience for myself, just because me and Slade were clicking that game. It was just a fun game to play in.
Yeah, and that was a game that really probably nobody outside this program gave Grace a slightest of chances.
Yes,
and man, you guys came out and took them down to the wire completely, and it was an exciting night. So as you wrap up your football journey here at Grace, what message would you like to share with your teammates, your coaches, and the Grace community that supported you?
Yes, sir. I would just like to say thanks to all the coaches. I mean, I've been with a bunch of those guys since the 7th grade, and they've been with me all my years of football, and just seeing how much they've poured into me just have really shaped me as a man, and just appreciate everything they do. And my teammates, I mean, it's been all 4 years, just had awesome teammates. Every senior class I have memories with, and I've appreciated everything that they've poured into this program and made it what it is today. And just the community is awesome at Grace. Just every game, having everyone come out, support, having the drum line, always playing at the games. It's a good community.
Yeah, it's awesome. And then finally, we'll wrap it up with this. What's the biggest lesson that football has taught you that you're going to carry with you past high school?
I would say just the fact that football is hard. Like everything about football, there's going to be hard things. Waking up early for practice, getting hit every day. Games are hard. You got to push through it. Just like instilling hard work and that mindset in me is just going to take me a long way.
That's awesome. Thank you so much, Doak, and congratulations on a great senior season.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. And that's going to wrap it up. We've had a great time spending some time with these seniors and, of course, with Coach Russell. And, Coach, we're going to be looking forward to next year. We're going to have a fresh group of seniors to sit down with and going to be looking forward to another season of Cougar football for sure. So, but I'm proud of these seniors. They showed heart. They showed grit and determination. And they made some plays that we'll never forget. They really did. And it's just exciting times. And it's great to be part of the Grace community. Josh, anything you want to add before we wrap up?
Yeah, one thing. It was a pleasure covering you guys. I told Coach Russell, I told Preston, one of the coolest things that I heard was after the game at Woodlands Christian, one of the guys who was in the press box, I don't know if he was a coach or helped run the scoreboard and helped us on the roof. After the game, we were chatting just briefly about injuries and just what kind of season we've had. And he said, well, I'll tell you one thing. Those kids never quit, and they fought to the end of this game.
Yeah.
And that was so cool to hear because we've seen it the whole year with you guys, just the fire that you guys have. We never saw anybody get discouraged or put their head down. But then to see someone who only saw y'all for 1 week also be able to pick up that trait, that was so cool. I wanted to share that with you guys so that you knew that people noticed that you guys kept fighting. And that's something that was inspiring to, I think, the whole community.
Yeah, absolutely. I can say this with confidence. You guys that are seniors, you can walk away from your time as a football player for Grace with your head held high because every single one of you made the entire Grace community so proud. So congratulations for that. All right, I'm Preston Proctor with Josh McElhaney, Coach Russell, and these amazing seniors. Thank you for tuning in, and until next season, so long, everybody.